Sir, this vacations to the courts, we have these vacations in summer, winter. What is your view on that, sir?
Well, there are different views. Some people think that, there should not be vacations because there's so much of pendency. But then please bear in mind, lawyers work 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Judges work. If you think that judges work only between 10 to 5, you're mistaken.
Yes.
They have an enormous amount of reading.
Research.
And do research. Writing judgment is not that easy. In fact, if you ask me, they have greater tension than even the lawyers. Because they'll have to hold the scale even. They'll have to balance the equities. They'll have to balance the conflicting claims that people have. Look at this plight. There is an old father who's crying. There is a son who doesn't have money to provide for the father. Now, where do you choose?
Balance it.
Or a landlord and tenant. That if you throw the tenant out, he'll not have houses. Well, the landlord, says, look, this is the house that I have. This is the only house I have and I want it. It's a difficult times. It's difficult to make a choice. So judges also require vacation.
So can you recollect any unforgettable moment in the court? Maybe an argument that you have advanced or anything of that sort?
After 50 years, if you ask me, you do so many cases. Which case is more important, which case is less, I don't know. But one thing I remember, when I was the Advocate General, around 2007, I had to cross-examine a triple PhD who was a witness for Andhra. This Krishna water dispute is a dispute between the states of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Maharashtra. So a witness was, he was a triple PhD IIT professor. He was the witness for Andhra. He had enunciated a lot of principles, scientific principles. I cross-examined for 13 days. I was able to prove that each one of the scientific principles he had enunciated was fallacious. So that's the kind of thrill that you get, because you are not a science graduate. You are not a scientist. He's a scientist. He's a triple PhD in science. And yet you are able to show that you know things better than him. So that's the kind of thrill that you have in this profession.
So you have to master the skill of the witness, and you have to also be thorough with the subject.
Absolutely. In fact, what used to happen...
And also the facts of the case.
Correct. I would sit with 3 retired Indian Institute of Science professors from 6 in the evening till 12 in the night. And thereafter from 12 to 3, I would think and then prepare my own questionnaire and ask the questions. And this is, the thrill that one gets. And as lawyers, we deal with diverse subjects.
Yes.
It is as varied as life itself.
Sir, so you mean to say that advocate should be a jack of all trades and master of one?
I would say that he has to deal with diverse subjects. Say for example, there is a medical negligence case. You must study about medicine, medical terms, what kind of a medicine can be prescribed, what ought not to be, how it is to be prescribed. So you sit with doctors, assimilate it. You deal with say a trademark case or a patent matter. That's more complicated. You will have to study about all these, how a patent is made, what are the scientific principles on which this patent is evolved and invented. So all this is the thrill that a lawyer has, which other professions don't have. If you are a medical profession, a cardiologist, heart is, in, at least, in a million cases, heart is on the left side. And everybody has some problem or the other. So it's routine. Whereas a lawyer, it's not routine at all. It is, that's why I said, the thrill that one gets, intellectual pursuits that one is able to pursue in the profession of law is far, far greater than any other profession.
ಸರ್, ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಿಂದ ಹಲವಾರು ಜನ ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮಷ್ಟು ಸೌಕರ್ಯ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಅವರು ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಪಾರ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಮೆಟ್ರೋಪಾಲಿಟನ್ ಸಿಟೀಸ್. ಅವರಿಗೆ ತಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಸಂದೇಶ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕು ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಪೆನೇಷಿಯಾ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಒಂದು. ಎರಡನೇದಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷನ್ನು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು. ಎರಡನೇದಾಗಿ ಈ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ, ಈಗ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳ ಕೇಸ್ ಲಾನ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು. ಎರಡನೇದಾಗಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸರಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಉಗುರು ಕಚ್ಚೋಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದು ಮರ್ತೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಯಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೆರಳು. ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ. ಈ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಲಾಯರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ತಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಎ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್.
Sir, shall we have a tea break and come back?
All right. Thank you.